Let me paint you a picture. It's 11 p.m. The kids are finally asleep. You're staring at your bank account. You've worked all week, paid bills, bought groceries. What's left? Maybe $100. Maybe less. And you think, what's even the point? I can't invest with this. Investing is for rich people, right? For people in suits on Wall Street. Not for me. Here's what I want to tell you. You're wrong. By the end of this video, I'm going to prove it to you. That $100 sitting in your account right now, it could be the first brick in a wall of wealth, but only if you know what to do with it. Stick with me. I'll show you exactly how. I want to tell you about someone. Her name is Priya. Priya is 34. She works in marketing. She's got 2 kids, a 6-year-old who thinks dinosaurs are still alive, and a 4-year-old who's convinced she can fly. She loves her life. But money? Money stresses her out. Every month, Priya tells herself, next month I'll start saving. Next month I'll figure out investing. But next month comes and goes. And the month after that, and the month after that, and 5 years have passed. Sound familiar? Because Priya is actually all of us. I may or may not have been Priya at some point in my life. But we're not here to talk about that. One day, Priya had $100 sitting in her account. And instead of spending it on something she'd forget in 2 weeks, she decided to make it work for her. And that one decision changed everything. I'm going to walk you through exactly what Priya did, step by step. And I can tell you that by the end of this, you'll be ready to do the same thing. In fact, you could start today. Okay, before we talk about what to do with your $100, we need to make sure we're on the same page about what investing actually is. Because most people think investing means staring at stock charts all day, yelling, buy, sell, into a phone. And honestly, that sounds exhausting. And I have enough chaos in my life, thank you very much. Here's the real definition, and I want you to remember this. Investing is putting your money to work so you don't have to work as hard forever. Let me give you an analogy. You know how you plant a mango seed? You don't get mangoes tomorrow. You water it, you're patient, and over time, that tiny seed becomes a tree that gives you fruits for years. Your $100 is the seed. Investing is planting it. Time is the water. And wealth? Wealth is the mango tree. Now compare that to keeping your $100 under your mattress. It just sits there. No growth. Actually, here's the painful truth. Because of something called inflation, that $100 under your mattress is losing value every single year. Think of it like ice cream left out in the sun. Every day you wait, it melts a little more. So the question isn't, should I invest? The question is, what exactly do I do with my $100? And that is exactly what we're covering next. Don't go anywhere. All right, let's get practical. Here are the 3 best places to put your first $100 as a complete beginner. These are the same options Priya explored, by the way. Option 1, index funds or ETFs. The set it and forget it investment. Think of an index fund like a giant smoothie. Instead of betting everything on one fruit, say just strawberries, you blend together hundreds of fruits. If one fruit has a bad season, you barely notice, because the other 499 fruits are doing just fine. An index fund does the same thing with stocks. It spreads your money across hundreds of companies, like Apple, Amazon, Google, Tesla, all in one go. If one company dips, the others hold you up. The most popular one is called the S&P 500 Index Fund. Historically, It has grown about 10% per year on average. Not every year. Some years go up, some go down. But over time, the trend is up. And here's the best part. You can start with as little as $1 on platforms like Fidelity, Schwab, or Vanguard in the US. Or, if you're in another country, look for local equivalents. Priya chose this for her $100. She set it up on a Sunday afternoon while her kids were watching cartoons. It took her 20 minutes. She hasn't touched it since, and it's growing. Option 2, fractional shares. Own a piece of companies you love. Have you ever thought, I'd love to own Apple stock, and then seen that one share costs $180 or more? Oof, not with $100. Enter fractional shares. This is where you can buy a piece of a share. So instead of needing $180 for one full Apple share, you put in $50 and own a fraction of it. You still grow when Apple grows. It's like splitting a pizza with friends. You don't need the whole pizza to enjoy a slice. And you still get the cheesy, delicious gains. Okay, maybe that analogy works better if you're hungry right now. Moving on. Platforms like Robinhood, eToro, or Revolut let you do this globally. Pick a company you genuinely believe in and understand. Don't invest in something you've never heard of just because someone in a Facebook group told you to. Option 3, a high-yield savings account. The boring but beautiful option. Okay, this one isn't technically investing in the traditional sense, but I'm including it because, especially if you're just starting out and scared, this is a legitimate first step. A high-yield savings account is like a regular savings account that went to university and got a better job. Instead of earning 0.01% interest at a traditional bank, these accounts pay 4 to 5% annually. Your money is safe, it's insured, and it's growing. For a complete beginner who's not ready to touch the stock market yet, this is the perfect on-ramp. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Because having $100 is just the starting point, what you do next, after you've invested it, that's where the magic actually happens. Stay with me. I need to tell you about the most powerful force in investing. And no, it's not picking the right stock or timing the market or having a financial advisor on speed dial. It's compound interest. Here's how it works. You invest $100. It earns 10% in a year. Now you have $110. Next year, you earn 10% on $110, not $100. So you get $11 instead of $10. It doesn't sound like much, but give it time. In 10 years, that $100 becomes $259. In 20 years, $672. In 30 years, $1,744. And that's without adding another cent. Imagine if you added just $50 a month. That changes the entire game. The analogy I love for this is a snowball rolling down a hill. At first it's tiny, barely noticeable. It gets bigger and faster. And by the time it reaches the bottom of the hill, it's enormous. That's your money with compound interest over time. The only thing compound interest needs to work? Time. Which means the single best thing you can do right now is start. But wait, I know what some of you are thinking right now. This sounds great, but what if I lose my money? What if I pick the wrong thing? Great question. I'm going to address that head-on in a second and give you a simple rule that will protect you. Let's talk about risk, because yes, investing does come with risk. Anyone who tells you otherwise is lying, and you should run. But here's the thing about risk that most people don't understand. It's manageable. You don't have to eliminate risk. You just have to understand it. Here are 3 simple rules to protect your $100 and every dollar you invest after it. Rule 1. Never invest money you can't afford to lose in the short term. Your $100 investment account is not your emergency fund. Keep those separate. Have 1 to 3 months of expenses saved in cash before you start investing. This is your financial seatbelt. Rule 2. Diversify. Don't put everything in one place. Remember the smoothie analogy? Don't go all in on one stock, one company, or one crypto coin. Spread it out. Index funds already do this for you automatically, which is another reason they're great for beginners. Rule 3. Think long-term. Don't panic sell. The stock market goes up and down. That's normal, like weather. Some days are sunny, some days it storms. But zoom out. Over decades, the trend is always upward. The people who lose money are often the ones who panic during the storm and sell. Patient investors, they win. Priya, our friend from earlier, when the market dipped a few months after she invested, she panicked a little. She thought about selling. But she remembered, she's not investing for next month. She's investing for her future. So she held on, and it bounced back. I want to leave you with one last thought. We live in a world that has historically made it harder for women, especially mothers, to build wealth. Lower average pay, career breaks for caregiving, less access to financial education. The system has not always been on our side. But here's the thing. The stock market doesn't care about any of that. It doesn't care what you look like, how old you are, what country you're in, or how many school lunches you packed this morning. It just grows for everyone who shows up. So show up with your $100, with your tired eyes and your big dreams. Show up for future you, the woman who is going to look back one day and say, I'm so glad I started. Hit the like button and subscribe if you want more money conversations that don't make your brain hurt.